You have more than me.
Yeah, because I'm bigger.
I'm trying. You shouldn't have given me this much responsibility.
I didn't think it was that much. I need some more wine.
Hi guys, welcome back. It is me, Drew, and today's video that I have for you, I am back with Justin. I didn't know what I was saying.
I think you were going to call me Drew.
No, I was going to say day 4 of Food Week, and then I thought I should introduce you. Okay, you know what? This whole we look great. This is not starting great. Okay, so we're gonna, okay.
I think our sweat outfit was better.
That was our best one yet. We wore hoodies. Okay,
yeah.
So we are back with day 4, the final day of our fall food week. We want to thank you if you've joined us every single day this week. This is the first time ever that we have done a consistent week of food videos. Justin and I met over a year ago because we both were featured in the newspaper for dramatic weight loss. Together we have lost over 430 pounds. And we team up every now and then to actually make videos to show you how to eat healthy, but also to be happy and not totally hate your life because you're eating healthy. And Justin makes amazing food. You can find him on Instagram.
Getting healthy _ good food. And
I'll put all the information on how to connect with Justin under this video. We have stuff already steaming in the background. It's kind of exciting. It's like a very exciting video. So because this is our first time doing a major filming shoot where we have done 4 videos, we are going to have a little toast prior to filming, like assuming that this one's going to go well.
It's a Julia Child thing.
Okay, perfect. Okay,
yeah.
So what are we drinking right now?
This is a Cabernet Sauvignon, so a dry red.
Okay, perfect. So well,
cheers.
Cheers. You don't seem happy with me. He
has
more than me. That's true. I don't know either. I'm excited though.
Oh, yeah, I love dry red. You're more of a sugar wine person.
God. Oh, wow, okay. You know what? I'm just gonna get after it now.
That was one sip. You're gonna get angry. This will be an interesting video.
I know, I'm already mad. I'm into it. Okay.
Wow. Alright.
You ready?
So yeah. Oh, so it's me. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I know, I'm just the one talking.
I'm just gonna, no, you're gonna talk now and I'm just gonna drink.
Alright, so because this is a fall food week, I thought we would end with an actual meal, hence the wine. So the meal today is going to be a pumpkin ravioli with a brown buttered sage.
Okay, are we making everything from scratch?
Everything is from scratch. We're going to make the pasta from scratch.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, and this is, so I always have to throw some kind of curveball in there, right?
Okay.
This is a total experiment with how to make this pasta.
Awesome.
So,
okay.
We'll see.
You had me start drinking beforehand.
That's why I wanted you to drink first. You're like, oh,
I'm like, yeah, it's cool. I'm like, this is, okay,
this is
so,
awesome.
you know what, I'm going to have one more sip of my wine, which is burning my throat because it's really dry.
It's so good, isn't it?
It's really good.
So good.
And then we're going to get into the actual cooking portion of this video, I guess.
So, pasta making is actually really, really simple. It's flour, and then you need some kind of binder.
Okay.
Depending on what kind of flour or what kind of pasta you're making, like a spaghetti, linguine, something like that.
Okay.
You need something that's going to actually be a protein in the mix.
Okay.
So typically it's egg.
Oh,
right?
okay.
But if you're going to make some kind of like cavatappi, so more of the like tiny little shell kind of ones, or gnocchi, you don't need that.
Okay.
Okay? So what we're going to do is, because you know my thing is all about plant-based, right? Let me get this bottle of wine up because you're going to get it.
I'm going to get ideas. You know, the other thing is before we get going, I think we should
grab.
actually put on maybe aprons because we are dressed really nice and I don't want to mess up our fancy clothes.
See, yeah, that's
okay.
good.
So, I just dropped something on the floor and hit my foot.
Yeah,
it's fine.
That's cool.
That's cool.
No.
We dress fancy for nothing.
Yeah. I kind of forgot about
you guys,
the aprons.
we have matching aprons now.
Oh.
Matching aprons.
Yeah.
This is very exciting.
Yeah. From who? Who gave this?
Our friends at Lose It.
Friends that Lose It.
Sent matching aprons, and they sent him a card, and they're like, Justin, you can give this other one to Drew or someone else. And I was like, there's no one else.
There is only Drew.
I was like, there's no one else that would get this. Okay, so because I've been like adjusting myself, I'm gonna wash my hands real quick before we get into it, just because I know
that's probably a good point. So I'll kind of talk a little bit.
Yeah, while I wash my hands.
Yeah, that's a good call. All right. So really, all pasta is, like I said, it's flour and then some kind of binder. Usually the ratio of it is 2 cups of flour, and if you're going to use egg, it's about 3 large eggs. which is the equivalent of about a half a cup of liquid. So today, what we're doing, just to kind of throw that curveball in there,
Okay.
is a couple of years ago, people discovered that the liquid from a can of chickpea
Okay.
can behave like an egg. Yeah, aquafaba, right? So it's been popping up if you follow anything on Instagram right now, anything that's like vegan, plant-based, you'll see aquafaba being talked about quite a bit.
I follow you, so that's...
Yeah, so I talk about it a lot.
Okay.
So if you're going to make like a cake, like baked goods, it's awesome in. Because you can actually whip it and it whips up just like an egg white. You can whip it up to like the hard peak
Okay.
as well.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, and if you're going to do that, you can add in just like a little bit of cream of tartar just to like ensure that it's going to whip up. So we're going to be using it in our pasta mix in place of egg.
Okay.
And we're just going to see.
Okay.
It could work.
It could...
Or it could not work.
We toasted for nothing.
Well,
like
no,
it.
we toasted so that if it didn't work,
Sorry.
then...
Then we don't remember. Okay.
Alright, and we saved this video for last with the aprons because it does get a little bit messy. Okay? So for ravioli making, you really don't need any special equipment.
Okay.
You can do it with just like a fork.
Okay.
And that's how you get like the pressed edges. Or if you have like an Italian grocery store or something like that, you can get one of these, the ravioli cutters.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is the round one. The square ones I found don't work as well.
Okay.
Because like you press, and then a lot of times it doesn't cut.
Oh.
The round, you can press, twist, and then it pops out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And with the big dome here, you can fill a lot of stuff into that.
That's exciting.
I know, it's very exciting. All right.
I'm excited. What
So
are we doing
our
first?
first step is we're going to use flour. You
Okay.
can use just regular all-purpose flour. You can use semolina flour. That works well.
Okay.
Today we're going to be using type 00. So we're a very Italian community.
Okay.
And we have access to all this great Italian stuff.
Okay.
So I think we kind of have to.
That's, you're right.
But it works the same.
Okay.
So type 00 is just a finer
So you just
flour.
put it right on the work surface.
Right on the work surface.
I like it.
Okay, and you use the back of your measuring spoon to make a well. Oh man, I forgot you're kind of short. That's pretty far away.
You know what? I won't make it work. That's funny.
All right. So we have the can of chickpeas.
Okay.
Okay, I opened it up already. We're going to try to measure out. Usually,
cup?
yeah, it's about a half a cup in a can, anyways.
Okay.
But I found that because of the weather right now, and it's really, really dry out, because I made a batch of it this morning, I did have to add just a little bit extra water.
Okay.
So we measure it out into the cup. I'll turn it so that people can, they zoom in, they can see it. So I go through a lot of cans of chickpeas because now I found that it does the double duty.
Right.
I have a lot of like aquafaba sitting in the fridge.
Wow.
And then like, chickpeas, vice versa.
Yeah.
So, I mean, chickpea, you throw it in anything, it's awesome. So we have about a half a cup there. Like I said, it's dry out, so I need a little bit extra water.
So you're bringing that up to about a 3/4 of a cup. Okay.
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay. And then I'm going to show you a little bit what to do, and then you're going to do it.
Okay. I like
That's
it.
like the point of pasta making.
Yeah.
Is you get into it.
All right.
You have to earn the pasta.
I'm ready.
Right? So you just pour it into the well, into the center.
That looks so fancy. I'd be like tilted up, but then...
Then everything would dump out.
Yeah. Okay.
So we use a fork.
Okay.
And I found that a bench scraper,
Okay.
you don't have to, but I like having it because it helps you clean the work surface as you go.
Yeah.
So you have the well, you're trying not to break the outside of it.
Okay.
And you're trying
Just
to
kind of mix
slowly
it?
incorporate
Interesting.
the flour in until you get to the point where it is kind of like,
The dough.
not even a dough yet, but it's solid
my
enough.
part?
Yep.
It's my moment.
Solid enough that you can start to like
Interesting.
actually mix it together.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Yeah, because once
okay.
don't break the side.
I'm trying.
Don't break the side.
I'm trying. You shouldn't have given me this much responsibility.
I didn't think it was that much. I need some more wine. Woo. Woo.
That's why you had the wine.
I know.
You know what?
This is
I'm trying my best.
man.
And that's what's hard.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. Is this is the best I could actually.
No, you're doing good. Yeah, because once you break the side, the only problem is then it leaks out.
And I don't want to be all over.
Yeah, then you're having to like chase the liquid down and everything.
And then I'd probably like get crazy with my hands and be like, try to catch it.
Mm-hmm.
I should
Yeah,
look
so
up
really,
and
like, just start-
smile. I'm trying to look up
Yeah,
and
just-
smile while I'm stirring. And I'm not paying attention, so I'm gonna break the well and it's just gonna be like oozing out the side and you're gonna be like, Drew, look at how much wine you're drinking.
Well, I like wine.
I know, you're tall, so you can drink a lot. I can't, so I'm just gonna keep it at my little
right.
sip that I had.
Yeah, so you get the idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're kicking me
so,
out.
Yeah, I'm kicking you out.
You kicking me out.
Because it's
Fine.
We could speed. It's a video. We gotta.
You
speed it up.
told me.
So you're getting in there.
Wow.
Again, you're trying to incorporate.
Just all the while right now.
Yeah, remember when I was a little bit afraid of you?
You were... First video, you like barely talked to me.
That's because we had never actually met.
I know, and I was just like, I'm just going to film a video at your house.
Yeah.
And now he's like,
You just showed up, you started yelling.
I didn't yell.
Well,
I just talked how I speak,
Yeah.
which seemed like yelling if you're not used to this kind
and
of
it's the
energy.
camera talk.
True.
Yeah,
I'm very loud. I have like when I'm at work, people are like, Drew, you're using your YouTube voice again. And I'm like, okay.
So this is kind of like a nice paste,
Okay.
right? So now we can actually start working with it and incorporating more of the flour in. So that's why I like the bench scraper, because now you can scrape in.
See, but I want to point out that I did the hard work ahead of time, and you're doing the easy thing. You got to drink and scrape, and I was like, you're like, don't break the well, Drew.
Yeah.
You're going to ruin the whole video.
So the hope with using the aquafaba is that the water in that can soaks up quite a bit of the protein and some of the fiber from the garbanzo beans or the chickpeas.
Okay, right.
So we're trying to get some of that protein into the flour itself, so that it'll make just a better flour.
Gotcha.
Now for ravioli, since you're not like trying to string it out like a spaghetti or linguine,
right?
You don't have to have an egg in it or some kind of protein, but it does help bind it.
Okay.
So now all we're doing is we're just kneading the dough until it starts to come together and it's a little bit smooth.
Okay.
The next step once it's kneaded is you do need to let it rest a little bit, so about 20 minutes, because that helps. It's called autolyse, which helps the water or the flour to soak up some of that water, and then it does create some gluten. Yeah. So pasta, unless you specifically buy like that, like Banza or something like that, the chickpea pasta, it has gluten just from this process. Because you have to like work the dough, because the gluten in the pasta is what's going to help it to stay together.
Now, can anyone use like a rolling pin, or no? That's just for this part.
Not yet.
Just kneading it with your hands.
Yep. Kneading it with the hand.
Okay.
The next step is with a rolling pin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So if you want to grab a rolling pin, because I have one of these dough balls that's been sitting out. Now, it seems like a super fancy rolling pin.
Yeah.
But all I did is...
like a...
It's a weapon.
Don't yell at me in the middle of a video stick. That's what it seems like. But a rolling pin, okay, we can use your word too.
Yeah. So I just went to the hardware store and got a 1/2-inch dowel. Or inch dowel, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
1-inch dowel.
Yeah.
Cut it, because they come in 48-inch lengths.
Yeah. Cut
it in half, and then I have 2 rolling pins.
Can I have one?
Yeah, that's why I got 2.
Like forever though?
Yeah.
In my house?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Oh my god, Justin! Thank you. Can you do a little side hug? I know you don't like people touching you.
No, you can hug me. It's just, my hands are covered in stuff.
Okay, well I'm wearing an apron, so I'm fine. Okay. Yeah. Can I feel this to see what it feels like?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. This is a lot. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Because I had a sip of wine. But it's like it's like smooshy. It's like it's a little bit.
Well, it's pasta dough. It's supposed to be smooshy. Is that a word?
But I like.
So
I like it.
Feel the difference.
I'm just saying I like what you did. Okay.
So feel the difference.
Oh my. Oh. Okay. So did you do anything different to this one? So this one is dry, and this one is like gooey, like liquid. So this one's smooshy. Yeah. And this one's gooey.
Yeah. So it's not like gooey, sticky.
Right. No, not that. Like, it's definitely gooey.
It flattens out.
Oh my gosh. So just 20-30 minutes of that?
20-30 minutes.
Did you refrigerate this one?
Nope. It's been sitting on the counter.
Okay.
Because again, this is just flour and water.
So
that's why I was holding that.
So I have a question. Having it in the bag, does that make it more tight, the moisture?
Well, yeah, because if you don't put it in a bag...
Did I just say something smart?
You did. Oh good job.
So proud of myself.
Yeah, if you don't have it in the bag, then it like forms like a crust.
Drink it again.
Okay. Well, I had to move it.
All right. So you want me to roll?
Okay. Well, not yet. Hold on. You're getting ahead of this. I had to move some of the stuff out of the way.
I'm excited to make ravioli.
So we are going to roll it out on semolina flour, which is another kind of flour that you can use to actually make your dough. Semolina, it's a whole wheat.
So why are you rolling it out in this flour specifically and not the flour we use to make the dough?
So this, it adds just a little bit different texture.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Fancy.
It's nice. Yeah, and that's like if you get pasta at the store. Okay. This is what it's made of. Oh. Yeah, but it's industrially made.
But the cool thing is that then this one is like we're getting doubling down on that. So we're doing a little bit with this kind and then the other kind.
Yeah.
Look at you, Justin.
So yeah.
You get it.
Yep.
You know,
But yeah, a
fancy.
lot of the like the spaghetti and everything that
Yeah.
you buy at the store is made with just this and water.
Okay.
But because it's industrially made, they can like move it a lot better than you can at home.
Okay.
So trying to make like, I know you're just like, ugh, I need it in there.
Let me roll, man. Okay, now.
All right.
Now.
So you roll.
Okay.
Try not to knock over.
I haven't
all our
done any
stuff.
rolling in a while. I'm not going to claim like the pancake video where I was like, I've made pancakes before.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
Well,
when?
this you're really trying to like, you're getting it thin. That's the point. And I'll show you a trick in a little bit.
Okay, hold on.
How to do it. Yep. So twist it.
You should be doing this part. That's your job.
Oh, sorry.
Stop drinking.
I thought I was here just
Stop.
to drink wine. That was my one roll.
I feel like the only
Walking
reason you
through
have
this.
the wine is because you're like, by the fourth video with
No.
Drew, I need to drink today. I get it, man.
Yeah.
I have to live with myself every day,
Yeah.
so I get it. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with.
But if your pasta dough...
Should I flip this or no?
Nah, that's fine.
I want to get real Italian.
Yeah, well we will. I'm going to show you an Italian trick in just
Are
a
you
minute.
serious?
Yep.
Are you
Let's
any
do it.
part Italian?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Just wondering.
But I live in Kenosha,
Okay.
which is
Very
real
Italian.
so
That's right. Okay.
To fit in, I kind of had to learn some Italian cooking,
Okay.
right? So,
Flip it.
Ah.
Help me.
why are you flipping it?
Not flip it. I just meant turn it.
Oh,
but I
turn
said
it.
flip
That's
it.
like, I don't know why you want to flip it, but
Okay.
I'll do it.
Just so you can keep drinking.
Yeah. It gives you something to do. Like otherwise, like what do you do with your hands?
That's
right?
true.
You're just kind of standing here.
I know. Like so like normal videos with me.
Well, you're usually like talking and I'm doing the cooking.
You know the other side is though, I will say this week I have taken charge a lot
No.
with like, you know what? You gotta be excited to like learn how to cook
Yeah.
again. Because I used to cook a lot.
Yeah, the student becomes the master, right?
I know, right?
And then
You
you're
said
going to be
food
teaching me all
photography.
about aquafaba.
I'd be like, Justin, this is aquafaba, check it out. He's gonna be like, Drew, I taught you about it. I'm like, no, but this is like different because it's like special aquafaba.
Yeah.
And you're like, there's no special. I'm like, it is though. So
Yeah.
that's gonna happen. Are we done yet or no?
No, we're not
Okay, I got
close
something
enough.
on this. It's not supposed to be on
That's
there.
fine. That's just some of the,
The goo.
yeah, the go.
This is really getting out there.
Yeah, so if
I'm so proud of
if your
myself.
dough, like it starts to feel kind of tough, you can let it relax just for like a minute or two, and then it helps to, here, let me show you something, okay?
Okay. Teach
You
me.
can let it relax, which
Okay.
helps the gluten to just kind of like, you know, put some firm on that attitude.
Okay, I see you.
Good
Okay.
remarks.
Good remarks.
All right.
Oh my
so,
gosh, you know what we forgot to mention? Mark Ruffalo.
that he's not here?
Mark Ruffalo is not here.
No.
We've invited him
Many times.
many times to come and
Yeah.
join us in video. So this is your official invitation, Mark, to
Yeah.
be in a video with us when you're in Kenosha hanging out. Sometime
Yeah.
we'd love for you to just stand maybe there or
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, like
You don't have
sit
to say
in a-
anything. Just
sit in a
be
chair.
in video with us while we cook. You can just hang out with
Yeah,
us.
and you could drink wine.
Yeah, you could drink while I do stuff. Like cook. Like cooking. I won't say it's officially cooking because, you know, let's be honest.
It's a cooking experience.
Cooking-esque. Yeah, it's a food experience. It's like
Yeah.
a cooking flight.
Yeah.
Well, you
All
did it
right.
all the time.
Sorry.
It's okay.
So it's starting to get thin,
Yeah.
right?
Okay,
wanna
I did
get
I did the most of it though.
Yeah. So it's starting to get there. I'm actually
See, I have to
pretty.
take credit. Like I was like, I did more.
Yeah.
I was
You've done
all,
that in like every video. Today.
you know why?
I did more today.
Justin's a teacher and he's like, there is no I did more. But you know what? It's because I've really been proud of myself with how much initiative I've taken in the kitchen
Yeah.
with all these videos this week. And I just want your Justin stamp of approval for my...
Oh wait. Use the ravioli.
That just got violent. That just
Yeah.
got so bad. Okay.
So this is actually good
Okay,
right now.
cool.
The
All right.
ravioli dough, you want it to be a little thicker.
Yeah.
You don't want it to be super thin.
I still feel like it's very
spaghetti.
thin though, so...
Yeah. But
Okay.
for spaghetti or something, you're gonna have it even thinner than this.
Okay.
But so I didn't really show you the Italian trick of like you roll and you're actually like flipping it out on the dough.
Oh, okay.
We needed to do it, and if I did it now, it would kind of ruin the dough.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
All right.
So what's next?
So now we have, this is probably about 3 different sheets of raviolis.
Okay.
So we're gonna grab a knife,
Okay.
okay, and we're going to, if you just take your your stamper,
Okay.
so we're using this, and kind of like lightly press.
Wow.
I know.
Look at these little. I don't know if they can see it or not though.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, he's stamping it.
Yeah,
you
that
can't
way
see
you
it.
kind of know is
I'll
like a
just describe
pattern
it. Okay.
of where to cut, so that way you don't have so much like off to the side.
Right. That's actually really smart to not waste. That's one thing I love about cooking with you is you teach me how to not waste.
Yeah, and then
Like
you
food.
fold it over.
Oh.
And you
Didn't
make
see that
like a
coming.
crease.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah. So you make a crease, and
Okay.
then now we know, like when we fold it,
Okay.
where the center is, and we're only going to fill these 6 for
Okay, cool.
I know.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to be doing pumpkin ravioli.
Okay.
And
So are
for
we
that-
not? Okay.
Well, we'll do the rest later.
Okay.
Because otherwise you're just going to be watching us like... No,
Stamp. Okay, great.
Okay, so this is just pumpkin puree.
Okay.
I did add about a teaspoon of brown sugar.
Okay.
Just to help it make it be a little bit less... I like the, like, Justin, show them
the stuff we're making.
That's
Okay.
just pumpkin puree, that's it.
But people like
I know, I know.
It's really pretty. It's a nice orange.
It's orange.
I
It
like
goes
your hair. Yeah.
weird.
I know. Perfect. This is what we want to think about.
Yeah. But just a little bit of that so that it doesn't taste so much like pumpkin.
Okay.
Right? Because we want it to be a meal and it's not a dessert.
Okay.
All right. We are going to add just a little bit of salt and pepper.
Okay.
So I have that there.
Okay.
Okay. So this is
How much?
fresh ground. Give it like
More.
6.
Tell me when to stop. And then I'll go a little more.
Okay, that's good.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. So we mix
Let
that
me
in.
know when you want me to
Okay,
do this
that's just some table salt. You could use any kind of salt, it's fine.
Okay.
Oh, that's not a grind one.
You know, I saw
I could have let you.
I
like,
saw. Okay.
You're like.
I saw
grind,
the
no.
top, and then I was like, I don't know. No. Okay.
No, you probably
you
would've
tell
just-
me when to stop.
Yeah, so we're
No.
doing it in my hand.
No. Let me
Okay,
get it in
that's
there.
good, that's
Okay,
good.
Just a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay. Just
All
a
right.
little more.
Yeah.
You know, I like things to be a little extra.
Yeah, I know.
You're like, let's just have the raw flavor, and I'm like, let's add more salt to it.
Let's do
Let's just
some
get
more.
crazy and just
Yeah.
a little crazy.
Okay.
Okay.
So
you know what?
we
I want
have-
to tell you something about my salt life, my
Okay.
salt game. I have a work salt. I now have a car salt. I have
You have salt in your car?
I have a salt shaker in my car, a specific work salt. And they're all different salts, and then I have like 3 or 4 different types of salt at my house. One
Like
is-
what? Like different salt? Like what do you mean by different
So
salt?
in my house, I have pink Himalayan salt, and I also
Okay.
have black Hawaiian salt.
Okay.
And then, which was very exciting for
Yeah.
me. It was a gift. I was like,
Okay.
this is the best gift I've ever gotten. And then I have like a special like basic salt in my car, just
Yeah.
because if I actually have to use salt in my car, I don't want to, deal with that. And then I have work salt, which is actually reduced sodium.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I have Celtic sea salt.
I have that too. I think.
It's like chunks.
I haven't
I haven't
actually
really
for
figured
real.
out what to do with it yet.
I've had that. It's actually very good. If you don't know what to do with it,
Kind
I
of like take it.
can take it.
All right. So the benefit too of having the little stamp on
Yeah.
it is it tells you
Where to
kinda,
put the
like where to put it and like how much to fill it.
Yeah, okay.
So that way you're not like bleeding out.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you just about how much.
Okay.
So it's about like a
That's a
nice
lot.
tablespoon.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't have a lot of pumpkin. Are you eating today or
Well,
just me? You're gonna drink.
you're going to eat all of that pumpkin?
I don't know. I'm feeling hungry.
Wow, that's a lot of pumpkin.
I didn't put a lot in this one though.
No, so that's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, no.
This
we
will
gotta do
not
all
be.
6.
I know. I'm gonna do it. There's actually. Okay, there's 6. I was like,
Yeah.
there's actually
No.
6.
Yeah, there's 6.
I was like, there's actually
Fold it over.
6. Just
Yeah.
I should again. I keep not looking up, and I'm getting too into the cooking.
Yeah. I know one of us, I'll just stare at the camera.
But you're also trying to monitor me because
Yeah,
you're nervous
'cause
that
otherwise
I'm not
I know
gonna do
you'll
it
be
right.
like,
I'll be
oh.
like, whoa, this needs more salt
This
and
needs-
pumpkin.
this
Woo!
needs more wine.
I know, just put wine in it. You're like, there was no wine. There is now.
Yeah.
Okay, so that looks really
big.
pretty, by the way.
Yeah, give it a little more in that one.
Well, okay, cool.
You know, we want it to be kind of pumpkin-y.
Pumpkin-y?
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay. So now we just fold this over. Okay, and then
So cool.
like lightly press down in between. Yeah, there you go. So we're not actually like trying to like squish it together, but this again
Okay.
tells us
This,
where.
Okay, and then this?
Yeah, so you're gonna push down hard and then twist. Yep. So with
Did
the
I
cutter,
just do it?
you ravioli.
I ravioli, fam!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, show everybody. Show
So-
everybody what I did. Show 'em.
Look at.
You guys!
did this.
I did this!
Yeah.
High five. Boom!
Yeah.
I did something.
So the
Okay.
cutter,
I'm gonna keep going.
it actually
I'm very
presses
excited
the
right now.
edges, so it seals it and cuts it.
Oh my gosh, I'm really.
Yeah.
This is like. This could be a stress reliever for me.
Yeah.
This could be like my new thing that I do just when I'm like having a rough day. I just cut some ravioli out. And that's just what I drink.
Yeah. And this is a nice one that you can prep ahead.
Okay.
So I have made it. It'll freeze for like a couple of weeks.
Oh wow.
If you leave it for too long in the freezer, it kind of breaks apart when you start cooking it.
Okay.
So the trick though is if you're going to freeze it, you have to let it dry.
Okay.
Like it has to dry.
Okay, so how long does that take to dry?
Do it like, I don't know, if you're making it in the morning, by dinner
And the actual
time,
filled ravioli has to dry?
Yep.
Okay. That's
So now
good
this
to
we're
know, 'cause
going
I
to
wouldn't
keep.
And then make more.
Yeah, because we can stretch it out into more.
Yeah,
so even
okay.
though there is a little bit of pumpkin in there.
But we'll do that later.
Yep.
We're just going to show you these cute little babies
So-
right now. Alright, so now what do we do?
Well, so now we have to like show them. Because you just ravioli.
I just went crazy. I just went
Yeah,
ravioli.
you just ravioli.
I just ravioli.
It's like we're posing
I know. Why? Why are we doing that? I don't know. Okay.
for a video.
For a video.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
So since this is just gonna be like a test batch, we'll
It's
get
gonna
to
hold
that.
forever. Okay, great.
Okay. I would typically let these dry out for like a half hour before cooking.
Okay.
But just in the essence of time, we're going to cook it right now, and we'll
Perfect.
see.
Okay.
So I have some water that is simmering. Oh, I need a little bit more water.
Okay,
It's
cooked
going to be
out.
simmering, yeah.
I know. It,
Well,
like,
we were
cooked out.
talking so long, and then it
You
was
were
just
talking
like, I know.
You can't blame my salt thing.
Yeah, no, it was all your salt.
It was all the salt.
I get it.
All the salt conversation made everything
So
more.
while we let that heat up, okay. So this has only been sitting for about 10 minutes,
Yeah.
if that. So now you can see, even in that 10 minutes,
Oh
how much
wow.
it's changed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I say give it another 10.
Yeah, yeah. We're not gonna do it, but I just want to show you, like, look at me. I know everything about kitchen.
Cook ravioli one time, and I'm just like,
We haven't even like cooked it, eaten it, and you're like, it needs another 10 minutes.
you love it so much. He's like, I don't know what to do with me. You know, it's just like you've been yelling at me today a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so
right.
now we have more water,
Yeah.
and you actually made a few more raviolis
Yeah, I
while
finished
we
them off.
were chilling
Yeah.
off camera.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, ravioli, and especially since there's no like meat product in it, if
Okay.
you are gonna do some kind of like beef or some like beef, pork, chicken, whatever, you might want to cook that ahead of time.
Okay.
Or if it's a really, really like wet filling,
Okay.
cook it ahead of time.
Okay.
But something like pumpkin, we don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
So we're just gonna take these, put them in our boiling water here.
I'm gonna let you do this part just because I don't have faith
Yeah.
in myself
That's fine.
for this part on
Yeah,
camera.
and it's only gonna cook for maybe 3 minutes.
Okay.
About, and you'll know that it's finished because they will like float consistently.
Right. Okay. I actually have made something
Yeah.
like this before, and I've been like, oh, they're floating now, and that's when they're
Yep. So just a couple of minutes,
done. Okay.
and that's about it.
Okay.
So then the next step is we're going to brown some butter.
Okay.
So for that, since we're doing plant-based, I have some of the Earth Balance butter. So it's
Okay.
a vegan butter.
Okay.
And then some sage,
Okay.
fresh sage.
Okay.
You can use the like ground. It's called ground rubbed sage.
Okay.
It's dry. It's like a powder. But while we wait for those to cook a little bit,
Okay.
we're going to rough chop these.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to save a couple of nice leaves
Yeah, for a picture.
picture taking.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
But I want you. I'll trust you with a knife.
I made it through.
Yeah.
I actually did that grater thing, and that was like, you know, an intense thing.
Yeah.
So a question that I did have for you. Earlier you mentioned that is this good or you want more?
Maybe a little bit more.
You had mentioned that for the ravioli you like to let them sit a little while
Yep.
to dry out. So
Yep.
how long, if for somebody who's more in a rush, would you let them sit? And then on a really good day, how long would you let them sit?
Like if you're in a rush, like we did it, they didn't really sit at all. They'll
Okay.
work fine.
Okay.
But if you can let them sit, the texture of it is going to have more of that restaurant quality where it's like a little bit tougher of
Okay.
the outside of
And
it.
what is like the least amount of time?
Like half hour,
Okay.
something like that.
Okay.
Because you don't want them to be like dry, like
Right.
But they are fairly dry.
Okay, cool.
It just again, yeah, it gives it a little bit more of the extra texture. And since this is just using pumpkin puree, which is pre-cooked anyways.
Yeah, I shouldn't look up on time with a knife, should I?
Yeah,
I was
no.
like, I was like, oh,
And then
oh.
you like snip.
And I was
there
like,
goes my finger.
and then I was like, oh, I gotta go. We can film
Yeah.
another time. We'll finish this video when my finger grows
Yeah.
back.
Okay. So, and I'm surprised. Like, this is the first time that I've ever made pasta using the aquafaba.
Okay.
Because I was like, you know, we're.
You've been doing that a lot today, though. This week, you've been like
Yeah.
testing things out to see.
'Cause I want to see. And
Yeah.
Like, you gotta do it on camera.
I'm into it,
That's
though.
more
Yeah.
exciting, right?
Okay.
This actually is behaving.
Yeah, they're doing
like
the right
noodle.
thing.
Yeah, none of them have broken open.
Yeah.
I found that sometimes if you do just the flour water for
Yeah.
a noodle, you put it in the hot water, and then it just like melts into nothing.
Oh.
So these haven't done that.
Okay, so far they're doing pretty well.
That makes me happy.
That's good. I mean, don't jinx it.
Yeah, I'm not going to jinx it.
What are we doing with this now?
Okay, so we're going to get to that.
Oh.
So these are cooked. I can't tilt it because it would pour scalding hot water over everything.
Let's not do that.
But I have some plates. We're just going to spoon them out.
I was already eating, but...
It's like after being together for several hours, we can anticipate.
We can just get through a video.
So that's pretty good.
It's exciting.
So I'm not dumping these into a colander.
Okay.
Because doing that, since it's ravioli and they are a little more fragile,
Right.
by putting it into a colander, you have the chance of like breaking them.
Mine.
Yep. Or they'll stick together.
Okay.
So I like ravioli. Just do pot to plate. Yeah. So we're not going to eat it yet.
Okay.
But we're going to reuse this pan because it's already nice and hot.
Okay.
And it
I
cuts
just keep
down
smelling
on
them.
Yeah, it cuts down on dishes. Okay. So I'm just going to pour this scalding hot water over here.
I was like, please don't get me.
Yep. So the pan is nice and warm. I'm just going to do about a tablespoon of butter. You can hear Stella in the background.
Baby Stella's in the background. I love baby Stella.
All right. So we are almost done.
Alrighty.
And we have to be because your battery's
okay, so what are we doing now?
All right, so this is just some of that butter. I'm using, like I said, the vegan substitute. You could like regular butter, dairy butter. It's fine.
Okay.
So we have that.
Okay.
Dump in some of that sage. Or just dump all of that in there.
Okay.
'Cause really, we're just trying to like fry up the sage a little bit.
Okay.
So that way the butter
Yeah.
becomes infused with that nice
Yeah.
sage flavor,
Yeah.
which goes really, really well with the pumpkin.
Nice.
So some of the other toppings for it, because since your center, the filling of it, kind of a salt, already has a flavor.
I'm using a different one this time.
Yeah. Has a
So you
flavor.
use a lot of salt like I do.
I know.
Wow.
So that's about like a quarter teaspoon, something like that.
Every time it's the same.
About, yeah. Yeah. You don't want to have like a really, really heavy sauce on it.
Yeah.
Just something light. You could even do like a balsamic reduction.
Okay.
That would be
Ooh, that
really
would be
nice
amazing.
with this.
That sounds amazing.
Okay. So we got our spoon. We're just going to ladle.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Look at them.
That
See,
looks
like,
so pretty. That's
I know.
Instagram-y. That is so fancy.
Yeah. Well, if it was Instagram, I would be like,
there'd be a bite of one.
oops, I spilled some.
All over my board. Okay. So, are we ready to try?
Well, we have to show it
Well,
first,
of course, yeah.
as much as we can.
Okay.
So here's the
Can I see
the
it?
end result.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So, are we doing this?
Yeah, we gotta try
Okay.
it.
All right. I'm excited.
All right. So this is
Pumpkin ravioli.
this is
This
a
is our
test.
last taste test of the day.
I think we
Hopefully,
have
it's
to
a
eat it
good
at
one.
the same time.
Okay. Ready? You first. It's good.
Yeah.
I really like that a lot. I actually love the pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
That's phenomenal. Dude, well done. Okay.
It worked.
Crushed it.
Yeah. And then now we have some leftovers.
Okay, so just so you guys know, the recipe and everything will be underneath this video in the description box. But thank you for joining us for our first ever food week. Tell us if you like it. Tell us some ideas you'd have for us to do for our next food week, probably around December, January time. Otherwise, that's all I have for you guys today. But if you want to see more photos of me, you can check me out on Instagram, Snapchat, and on Twitter at Justlikedrew, spelled the same way as down below. If you want to check out Justin, you can check him out on Instagram at
gettinghealthy_on_good food.
and we'll have all that in the description box as well. But if you want to be part of the Just Like Drew crew and you're not already, click the red subscribe button down below this video and join our forever family because we are literally the best crew around because anybody and everybody can be in our crew. I love you guys so stinking much. And if you like this video and you want to see more from me, you know what to do. Just like Drew, have an amazing day, have an amazing week, have an amazing life, and we will see you. Well, I'll see you soon. He'll see you probably at some other time while he's drinking. All right, talk to you. Love you. Goodbye.
Hi. With a wet knife.
Gotcha.
So that way you can fill it with the stuff.
Okay.
So if you make it too thin, you're not going to be able to.
This is really simple, you guys. Like, honestly, like, I'm so, like, this might be my favorite recipe we've ever made.
Yes.
Let's get going.
Because usually it's some lovely banter that I don't even know is happening.
So wait, what are you doing right now, though?
I'm going to open the bottle.
Oh.
I have a
We're really
cork.
gonna drink?
Yes!
Oh my god. Okay.
And I think this one's going to be a little better.
I think we look really nice.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed with how you look. I like that tie.
Thank you. This is how I actually dress every single day for work.
I know.
So this is.
You dress fancy like me. I think it's funny that you've never dressed fancy with me before, and both of us generally dress a little bit more fancy in our everyday life. So it's funny that you're like today.
Yeah, normally it's just like, oh, I have
I'm
a t-shirt
afraid you're gonna
on.
like clock me right in the face.
Yeah, I was trying not to break because it's a wood cork.
Oh.
I don't want to break the cork.
What kind of wine is this?
This is a Cabernet Sauvignon.
Oh.
So a nice dry red.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it gonna burn my throat?
Probably.
Oh, perfect.
I love the dry.
Oh my gosh. I don't really drink a lot, so this is gonna be interesting. And I'm gonna film after.
Yeah,
I've been drinking.
we're not drinking like.
That's a lot. Okay, let me know when you're ready to actually start the video, because I'll become.
It's been
I'll be cool.
recording.
Oh yeah, I know, but it's gonna be cool. I'll be like.
All right.
I'll be able.
Well, yeah. That was the whole point.
Okay, hold on. You have more than me.
Yeah, because I'm bigger.
I'm
like a foot taller than you.
You said we didn't. See? See? I don't know. Okay, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
I wasn't ready. I can't right now.
Okay.
Play professional. Ready to go. All right, cool.